What I'm doing today is actually, trying to, make preparations for, this homegoing service for my queen sister tomorrow. At the same time, I'm still putting in work. I'm still doing what's necessary, and I'm going to be talking about some other things later on today. Preferably, one of the topics I'm going to be discussing is the this synthetic drug that's going around that these crackers have placed into the black community that's taking our brothers and sisters out by way of a overdose for those of our brothers and sisters who are engaging in the opiate world, may I say, if you will, by way of heroin use or in things that, in the opium world, like I had mentioned before. And it's called fentanyl, and it's been taking the lives of a lot of our brothers and sisters in the black community. So I will be discussing that in, the mission that these crackers have, reassigned themselves as to another, I guess, another method of annihilation of melanated people on the planet. That's why, once again, I always emphasize that if you get the chance, you need to watch the movie Get Out. It explains a lot about the feminization of the black male, how we are desensitized, and how we are demelanated. And I'll get back with you briefly. Just give me a second. Yeah. Once again, like I was saying about the fentanyl that's killing brothers and sisters in the black community. You know, it's real tragic, and I know that's a diabolical scheme that this cracker has placed to use as another tool of annihilation, once again, to destroy all melanated people. Now, there was an article in the Washington Post talking about the deaths of the same drug, fentanyl, that's taking and killing a lot of people in West Virginia. Now, that's primarily, they're talking about these crackers that are dying off the drug. Now, you know, when it hits them, it's an epidemic. When these crackers, are affected by it, it becomes an epidemic. It's all in the papers. But all the deaths that brothers and sisters in the hood have been dying from, you didn't hear. Only way you hear about it is through word of mouth from someone else. In other words, black deaths are not mentioned. Black deaths don't count. So that Black Lives Matter shit is no motherfucking good. That's just a phrase. And actually, that Black Lives Matter is just an organization to protect the LGBT community. Because if you look on the internet and you look at on the website of Black Lives Matter, you will see it doesn't mention anything about black males, in which it was supposedly been originally designed for, based on the these motherfucking cracker pigs, cops that were killing black men. And you don't hear anything about police brutality. That's not in their mission statement on this Black Lives Matter bullshit. Because that's all it is, some bullshit. How can Black Lives Matter, and it was supposed to have been dealing with police brutality on black males, but you have George Soros, a white racist drug lord, who's part of Planned Parenthood and the eugenics program, who funds the Black Lives Matter movement, but you have two lesbians that are the CEOs. So that tells you there. That's why Black Lives Matter receives so much funding and so much support, because it's an LGBT based organization. And once again, they're just using the term black as a means of promotion and a means of false support to melanated people in the black community. You know, and once again, the fentanyl, now that these crackers are ODing off of it in West Virginia, now it's a problem now. But our brothers and sisters, I just found out that another brother, because we had eight brothers and sisters that died from it last week and the week before last. You had 4 or 5 in Baltimore, Maryland, and countless others. That's not including over the weekend, the body count from fentanyl and today, because it don't stop. And these crackers are ensuring that they make sure that this diabolical scheme is highly effective because of the money they have invested into it. Because fentanyl is designed actually as a euthanizer for animals, primarily in the animal shelters when they want to put dogs and cats to sleep. That's the drug that they use. And what it does to the human body is that it shuts down the all brain signals, and then it severely destroys the respiratory system, which makes it difficult to even breathe. So we have to wake up and understand that there's no such thing as unity with this motherfucking cracker. This cracker he's selfish, he's dangerous, and then what they're good at, what makes them so effective, is the fact that they have the ability to look innocent and play innocent, but at the same time, they can destroy you. Just like on the movie Get Out, the white bitch that was dating the brother. The white bitch, played as though she was so, in love with this brother, and she played this thing out to a T, but when he found out that, he was just being used for experimental purposes, and that, she had about 35 or 40 other brothers that she had done the same way, played like she was madly in love with them. But at the same time, she was, luring them out to her parents' house, and this first time meet the parents bullshit. That's part of the whole diabolical scheme. But this brother, he was the only one that escaped the plan to demelanate him and take his melanin and by way of his eyes from him. Excuse me. Yeah, like I was saying, before we go any further, When you can go online and request the Street Law Soldiers Shaka Sankofa theme song. If you can hear it in the background. Made by MOY, part of the Black Power Cartel in Detroit, Michigan. Thanks to Brother Sarah Suit and Seti. But anyway, like I said, this fentanyl thing is just destroying the black community, at an alarming rate, wiping out people out, and we have to put an end to this. And if you have any ideas of what we can do as a preventive tool from any more of our brothers and sisters losing their life over this synthetic drug, give me a comment on my YouTube page, because I'm open for suggestions. And by me being a drug counselor, I'll be willing to work with anybody to combat, this fucking demon, or even eliminate the people off the planet who are involved in the distribution of this. I have no problem with that, because this is just an outright, act of mass murder. So, I would love to catch those who are responsible. But if you watching this video and you are responsible, and we get a hold of your ass, you can forget it. You can forget it. And let me make that clear. Because once again, like I said, I am through with compromising and beating around the bush in terms of dealing with the system of racism, white supremacy head on. It's time for us to get busy. Time for us to get busy. Time for us to put some things in order. So these babies can have a chance at liberation and salvation. This is greatly needed for the uplifting of fallen humanity. I'll be getting back with you shortly. But in the meantime, peace.